Before I actually start this video, I need you to listen to this. So, I'm recording this ahead of time. This is actually coming from the future. So, yeah. You have to understand that letters, yeah, is just they're just arbitrary symbols. They don't actually mean anything in of themselves, yeah? If you're an Englishman and I show you Arabic, it doesn't mean anything. Conversely, if you're an Arab and I show you Korean, it doesn't mean anything. You're a Chinese person and I show you fucking, Czech or whatever. It doesn't mean anything. They're just scribbles, yeah? They don't hold any meaning, okay? But what they are is just like the hieroglyphs, yeah? Today I'm going to give you a little bit of a taster into hieroglyphs and higher levels of understanding. So you actually try and draw, yeah, or replicate reality into a simplified form onto a medium, yeah? That is the original starting point, yeah? If you like, the emergent point of letters, yeah, written communication, yeah. So I might want to draw a bed, yeah, and I know that a bed is this, it's like a horizontal line, two bits either side of it, yeah, two parallel lines or whatever. That's the bed. Now over time, those symbols, yeah, line, two parallel lines and a horizontal line, over time break down into letters, yeah. They break down to different things because those two parallel lines might be used to signify something else and so on and so forth. It breaks down and breaks down and breaks down, breaks down. It's a distillation and filtration process. Then we end up with like an easier way to kind of communicate with these symbols. Yeah. Then we end up with the letter B, E, and D. But don't you find it strange that the letters B, E, and D also look like a bed? Because the original point of bed was the hieroglyphic, two parallel lines and a horizontal line. Do you follow? There's also another phenomenon in not English speak, well, it's in most languages actually. It's in every language actually. In every language. I think it's called the Buba Tiki effect or the Buba Kiki effect, where essentially a sound, again, we are trying to describe reality. Yeah. So I might see something. Yeah. So I have to describe it as it is. And over time it breaks down and it becomes a word. Yeah. So let's use the act of like something dropping. Yeah. Or falling. Yeah. The very word drop sounds like a drop, like something's actually dropped. Yeah. The sound of the word captures, or if it appears to us that it captures the essence of falling. Same way if when I say cut feels like an incision. Yeah. Even the word incision feels like an incision. It goes on and on and on. Yeah. This is high level stuff. Please focus. Yeah. So, and if you like, go and do your own research. I know what I'm talking about. So when you think about it, you have to realize that the same way the letters also broken down, eventually we end up with alphabets. The same way we try to describe something, yeah, the best way we can with sound vibrations, it becomes words, yeah, and then we end up with things like cut, punch, and it actually feels like a punch, yeah. Moon feels very soft, and even soft feels soft. Hard as a word feels hard. Abrasive sounds abrasive. Rough sounds rough. And smooth sounds smooth. Do you see? So the human brain, that's how we actually developed communication, yeah? So the word sun, as in the sun, yeah, S-U-N, the letters didn't come before the sun. This is high level shit, so please focus. The word S-U-N did not come before the sun. The letters S-U-N came after we tried to describe the sun. Do you follow? The letters came after we tried to describe it. So the very presence of S and N, yeah, which are the same letters, yeah, or the same letters. Basically, if you look at it in terms of electromagnetism, yeah, S and N are two sides of the same coin. One is flipped the other way around, yeah? Just the same way that light moves in one plane, then electricity moves in one plane and the magnetic force moves in another plane. Is the same, yeah? So that means that we had an awareness of two aspects of the one thing, yeah? Because S and N actually look the same. One is, even if you want to look at it from a less rigid standpoint, S, when you tip it on this side, it can be an N. If you don't actually have the rigid kind of like structure in the middle. But even if you just flip it, an S could be an N. Yeah? And an N could also be an S. Are you following? This is high level shit. Please pay attention, yeah? So the S and N are two sides of the same coin. Duality, yeah? Okay, cool. Now, we would have tried prior in other iterations, other times we existed, yeah, previous iterations of life, yeah, you might have been something else, blah, 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 blah. Before this very point, we had an understanding that this thing was emanating two energies at the same time, magnetic and electric. We knew this, yeah. If you think I'm lying, go and talk to the Freemasons. They will tell you what I'm saying is absolutely true, factual. 33rd degree level shit, I'm telling you now. Yeah? If you don't believe me, go and ask them. So we had an awareness of that. Yeah? So in that same way, we tried to capture the hieroglyph of bed. We would have tried to capture the hieroglyph of the two waves traveling in two different directions. So we would have ended up with the S. It's only a wave because the letter itself is meaningless. How did we come up with bed? Go back to the hieroglyphic conversation. We try to describe it. So we try to describe the sun with a wave, a chalice, or an orb, or a portal, or a gateway, and then another wave. So two waves emanating from a chalice or a portal or another dimension, a gateway, yeah? A crown of thorns. Because the chalice can also be viewed in the opposite way and it will look like you're looking into the chalice. Do you follow? So from a hieroglyphic standpoint, we would have ended up with two waves. One squiggly wave this way, another squiggly wave this way with the magic in the middle, yeah? Over time, that symbol or those symbols we would have created would have broken down to become letters, i.e. S-U-N or S-O-N. I am not talking out of my ass, bro. This is actual fucking real high level metaphysics, bro. You won't find this in libraries, bro, because it's in my head. I'm telling you the real shit. Okay? So that's how the word itself came to be. Now, I'm going to stop this. I'm going to attach this onto the other video. And I'll go on to speak about the very meaning of the two letters S and N and its applications and how the letters itself reveal themselves to us. Because hieroglyphs are an encoded language. Just like two parallel lines and one horizontal line communicate bed, eventually when it breaks down into letters, it's just the same original code of bed being broken down into different symbols. When you reconstitute the thing, you still end up with a bed. Yeah? Okay, this is high level shit, so please pay attention to it. But it's good stuff. All right? Peace. This is the I would say the fifth or sixth entry in the series I'm doing on the sun, where I'm showing you that you are actually the sun. Yeah, the sun is your reflection in your microcosm. Yeah, and in the macrocosm, it's our collective reflection. Okay. At the moment, I am in a phase where I'm applying maximum pressure. Yeah, I'm gonna make it so undeniable. Yeah, that it's almost like you have to have something wrong with your brain to actually think that it's, yeah, or you have to come with something that doesn't exist yet. That's the level I'm at right now. So anyway, greetings first and foremost to the Jedis, you feel me? The whole gang. Yeah, I hope everyone's good. So today we're going to talk about something that's really, really interesting. It actually came to me last night. It was a bit of a revelation, actually. I was just chilling, minding my own business, and then it just came up. So we know that in our reality, we use letters to try and understand things. Yeah. So, and letters themselves, a lot of the time actually reflect nature. Yeah. So if you look at the word bed, yeah, bed looks like a bed. Yeah. You with me? Okay. If you look at the word, let me think of another example. Dog. A dog looks like a dog. Yeah. Even if you were going to push it further out, the word boob, yeah, looks like boobs. Yeah. It's just the way it works. It's like by some mechanics, some fucking metaphysical thing that we can't see. It's like the way we try and understand reality, because we haven't actually, we're still the same. We're still the same iteration of consciousness in human form, and we still have the same tools available to us. Yes, we have AI, but they had spirits back then. Yeah. So in the same way, they will try and write something and, you know, try and articulate it with the limited kind of human frame they had to try and capture it. That's what we use letters for. I hope you're with me so far. I'm going to do a visual for this one because it's quite heavy. But yeah, we do heavy lifting here. Okay. We were talking about letters, yeah? So letters is just a way we translate reality into some other form, yeah? So usually the letters actually mirror the very same thing. So bed looks like bed, dog looks like dog, yeah? So on and so forth, yeah? Cool. So the word we have to describe our reflection in the sky, i.e. the sun, which represents consciousness, the real I, the I am, in some sort of form. We can't call it physical because it's not physical. We can't touch it. Yeah. It's semi-physical. It's kind of here, but not here at the same time. Yeah. On a micro and macro level, it shows us this every day. Yeah. What's the name? It's sun. S-U-N or S-O-N. Yeah. So we've known this, you know, in the biblical text, which is very popular. They talk about the Son of God being the literal light of the world. I've showed you unequivocally, unfuckwittable facts that Jesus is actually a story about an enlightened being going through the houses. They're talking about the sun. They're talking about you. Yeah. If you reach enlightenment, this is what the journey you have to go through to become enlightened. Yeah. Bring whoever you like. Facts. Now, the word is sun, S-U-N or S-O-N. So we're going to break down S-U-N, S-O-N and soul. Yeah. Which also represents the sun. The root word is Latin. Yeah, what we use to kind of represent, we have words like solar, which we draw from that. Yeah. Okay. The sun has other names as well. Ra, Aten, which, you know, talks about the atom. The same thing I told you with the, it travels with luminaries, the same thing. You know, Lux, or even gold. Yeah, is usually represented by the sun. But we're going to use the popular words sun, and soul. And I'm going to break it down to you metaphysically. This is a one of one, so please pay attention, okay? Now, first things first. I told you back along that you are an electromagnetic being. Yeah? Part electrical, part magnetic. But you're also mechanical. You're made up of light and sound. I told you this. The gauntlet is still there. The line is still there. Facts. So if we look at magnets, yeah? Magnets have two poles. Yeah? South pole and North pole. S and N. So the South pole indicates magnetic flow, attraction, or descent into energy fields. Yeah? Okay, good. And the North pole represents magnetic resistance, repulsion, or ascent into higher states. Two opposing forces existing in one thing. Spirit and matter existing in one thing. So the two letters themselves, S and N, in the magnetic context is talking about you. S and N in a magnetic context is literally talking about you. Because magnetic fields only exist because of the duality between S and N poles. Because it creates an energy loop, yeah, which governs the movement, the force, and equilibrium. Unfuckable facts, bro. Because without the S and N polarity, bro, there is no electromagnetic force. There is no magnet. Which means that if we don't have the S and N polarity, there's no electromagnetic force, which means that there's no light, there's no electricity, and there is no life. The two words on either side of the electromagnetic light you see in the sky are literally telling you the story of the electromagnetic light in the sky. Letters represent reality themselves. Bed looks like bed. Dog looks like dog. Sun looks like sun. I've just showed you in terms of electromagnetism. Let me carry on. We can look at it also in a kind of philosophical way. Yeah? Which means we can look at it like the letter S, yeah? We write it in a descending way. So we are descending into, it's like a descent into matter, yeah? Or descent into form, yeah? We start from the top and we come down, yeah? Whereas the letter N, we write it almost in an ascendant way. Down, up, down, up. Both are sine waves anyway, but I'm going to get to that later. Down, up, down. So down, up, down, and up again, which is also talking about our ascension. So S and N once again are representing descent into matter and ascension into spirit. S, U, or O, N is literally reflecting itself back to you through the letter. Bed looks like bed. Dog looks like dog. Sun is literally telling you what it is. The letters are literally telling you what it is. So we've done two layers now. Electromagnetism, north and south poles, which confirm that without that, you can't have no electricity, no magnetism, no life, because we are electromagnetic beings. Does anybody have any questions? That's exactly what I thought. So if we're looking at it from also a philosophical standpoint, yeah, it checks out once again. Cool. Let me go a little bit further till I'm in a mood. The very same duality is also seen in the Kundalini serpent, rising up the spinal column, which is represented by the N, unlocking consciousness and awareness, bro. Guys, Jedi School of Metaphysics is the place. I'm telling you, real life shit. Bro, we are fucking light years ahead of the whole everything, bruh. You understand? I told you, between me and the abyss is just my physical frame. It's not even the physical that's speaking to you. That's why I don't fucking bother with identity politics. This is real high level metaphysical spiritual shit. Pay attention. Now, we're going to talk about another thing where the S and N come into play. So in engineering, S and N also represent something that in electrical or electronic engineering, this is actually my background. I speak this language. So yeah, we have something called the signal to noise ratio. Yeah. Clarity versus distortion. S represents the signal, which is truth, knowledge, and the divine order of things. Noise represents distortion, chaos, and interference. So a very high signal to noise ratio means what? Clear perception, wisdom, and enlightenment. Yeah? A low signal to noise ratio means what? The current world people are in TikTok, social media, dog shit, OnlyFans, fucking stupidness, fucking stupidity, confusion, deception, illusion. That's the world most people live in. So how do we apply this to consciousness and spiritual awakening? So when you think about it, when you actually have mental clarity or you meditate, you increase the signal to source. True or false? That's your S. And you reduce the noise. Yeah? If you kind of have too much distractions, yeah? Too much obsession with the flesh, misinformation is all around you, there's too much noise, you drown out the truth. Yeah? So the sun itself is telling you a story of its own duality. You are a dual form. Nobody on earth can argue with me about this. Yeah? Secondly, nobody can argue with me about the fact that we are dual in the sense that we are part spirit and part matter. If anybody thinks they are pure matter, they are a fucking idiot. Because when they are in a coma, they are not themselves. When you're sleeping, you're not you. When you are dead, you are not you, but the matter is still there, right? So what is animating the whole thing? Do you understand? Because you are in a dual world, black and white. Go and speak to the Masons, they will tell you this. If you don't believe me, go and talk to the Masons. Do you understand? And even in the modern day, we teach AI and data processing tools to, what do? We train them to filter out noise and amplify useful signals. Just like even on a normal radio. Yeah? Because you are a receptive device. You are connected to something that's not here. So if you are spirit, that means you are connected to spirit. But you are matter also, which means that you're connected to noise. Do you understand? So the noise and the bullcrap of the flesh, yeah, is something you need to drown out in order to have clarity of spirit. You sit there. So spiritual ascension basically talks about you aligning with the higher signal and minimizing the worldly noise, yeah, doing away with the flesh. Straight out the gate, I told you this shit, bro. Okay. Now, so I've told you electromagnetism, philosophical, we've gone through, we've looked at, also in terms of engineering, signal to noise. Now we're going to go even deeper in engineering. So we're going to look at it in terms of waveforms and resonance, because the sun, S-U-N, is showing you its duality. It has one side called the S, the other side called the N, yeah? Two opposing sides, and what's in the middle is the pure magic. Because a magnet has a north and south pole. No matter how you chop the magnet, yeah, chop it down, you're always going to end up with an S and an N. Because in between is the magic. You can't have one without the other. The minute you lose one without the other, the magic in between, i.e. the magnetism, the electromagnetic force, it disappears. So then there's no electricity, there's no life, the whole thing's gone. Yeah? That's what the sun, the word itself is telling you. It's encoded. Guys, you see my decodes. You know what I'm talking about. You know I know what I'm talking about. This is real shit. So pay attention. So we're going to talk about it in terms of engineering, yeah? So in engineering, we have what we call waveforms. If you're not familiar, I'm going to do a visual actually, because this is, yeah. So we have waveforms, yeah, which you've seen this undulating line, yeah? Okay, cool. So a sine wave, yeah, which basically is the foundation of sound, light, and energy transmission. Let me shut the door. Give me a sec. So the sine wave is the very foundation of sound, light, and energy transmission, yeah? That's represented by the S. And it's not just represented by the S for shits and giggles. The S itself looks like a sine wave. Any questions? Okay, good. Are you getting it? Good. Are you getting it? Now, the N represents what? The nodes, yeah? Because every wave, as it's traveling, it has to travel through nodes, yeah? The points of zero amplitude where the waves cancel themselves out, yeah? So the S and N are actually superimposed on each other. The sun is telling you what it is. Cool. The literal word is telling you what the sun is. Okay? Cool. Now, electromagnetic waves, sound waves, and even like, we can even argue that even quantum wave functions follow SN patterns. Hey, bring whoever. So when you think about it, it checks out that music, harmony, and consciousness itself is structured by waveform. So when I talk about the fact that you are a vibration and people want to argue, who are you arguing with, bro? Do you understand me? It's literal facts. It's literal facts. The sun is telling you what it is through the word. And it's not the sun that physically is telling you, because it's all one thing. It's consciousness. Somebody somewhere decided that let's call this thing SUN or SOL. Yeah. Knowingly or unknowingly dropped a breadcrumb about the true code of the word. It wasn't the physical being that did anything. It was consciousness itself that was powering that being, that made that being call it that. Whether it knew or it didn't know, it doesn't matter, because the code is embedded in there. In the same way I'm dropping breadcrumbs now, there will be things that will 5 years, 10 years down the line, somebody will hear something in something I've said and go like, oh shit, there's a code in there. It's not me. Okay. So like I said, music, harmony, and consciousness itself are structured by waveforms, yeah? So there's a key link to reality through this, yeah? And when you think about it, we have the concept of resonance, yeah? Which is basically coherent waves, waves that are coherent with each other. They understand each other. They are in alignment, yeah? This talks about high signal clarity, yeah? Conscious evolution. Interference, which is chaotic waves, just talk about high noise, confusion, illusion, and entropy. That's the current world you live in. Distortion, chaos. Yeah, high noise, high focus on the material and the matter aspect of life. Confusion, dog shit, fucking Instagram, fucking TikTok, dance fucking, what do they call it? Dance challenges and stupidness and fucking, oh, let me put a camera in front of my face and cry about my fucking problem. You wanking piece of shit. Who cares? It's the height of ego, yeah? And then you're fucking filming yourself, doing makeup, telling people about it. No, nobody fucking cares. When did we become so fucking enamored with the fucking flesh to the point where people think it's okay to take a video of them getting dressed and speak to the world? When did we become these assholes? When did we become these assholes, bro? What? Like, what's happened to humanity, bro? Anyway, so the fact is, the reality itself is an SN, signal to noise, or north and south coded waveform. Yeah? A cosmic frequency that can be tuned into or distorted. I tuned into you, you tuned into me because we were coherent. Yeah? We were in resonance. You were seeking something. Yeah? I was also, you were seeking something that I was pumping out. A locked step. And that's why for me, I don't bother with the algorithm and all the number stuff. It's a joke. It's not real. It's not real. You're dealing with a fucking super complicated Saturnian matrix computer. I can tell you whatever I want to tell you. Yeah? Impact is felt. Numbers don't mean shit. Numbers do not mean shit. I told you back along when I told you to make sure you go out there and create. Don't worry about numbers. It's fake. Do you understand? Yeah. If there's one person somewhere that's resonating with you, that's enough, because you are a waveform. It's all about resonance. Who cares? Who cares? It's like, all right. Let me give you an example. In broadcasting, there's a concept. Yeah. So let's say you are a radio station. Yeah. And your radio station frequency, we put it on a very high tower and we give it maximum power. So it's beaming across the whole fucking country, right? On paper, we can say that it's reaching 1 million people. Yeah, that's what I'm literally showing you how the algorithm works and the fake numbers shit. So it can be said that, oh yeah, people that are locked in with the fucking system, you know, the fucking thing. So, oh yeah, you know, because it's reaching 1 million fucking homes. Because there's no way you or I could prove that 1 million people actually watched it. It's facts, okay? Now, it's just because it has a machine behind it, because it's in alignment with the algorithm and the fucking machine, fucking Saturnian matrix system. It appears to cover a wider area and it appears that everybody in that area can potentially listen to it. But are they actually listening to it though? Because there could be a pirate radio station on a tower block in London somewhere, yeah? That's only covering what, 10 miles, but everybody's locked in. Out of those two stations, who has the bigger impact? Who has a bigger impact? Tell me. If you know anything about radio, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Who has a bigger impact? The NBA covered everything, yeah? NBA is on national TV, blah, 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 blah. But those of you that know, there used to be a brand called N1, and they used to come out with these mixtapes, right? The N1 mixtapes and the NBA, yeah? When the N1 mixtapes came out, who had a bigger impact at that time? Who had the people's hearts and minds at that time? Don't follow the numbers. It's fake. Anyway, today I'm going, man. I'm going. I have to apply pressure, bruh. Anyway, so we've spoken about what? Electromagnetism, philosophy, a little bit of spirituality, that we dipped into engineering. Now we are going into numerology. Numbers. Yeah? The codes are everywhere. Consciousness speaks to you every day. You just don't listen. Now, let's break down the numbers, yeah? So that means S, in terms of the alphabet, S is the 19th letter, yeah? 1 plus 9 is 10, which basically is 1 because 9 just disappears. We all know that. The number 1 represents creation, manifestation, and the beginning of the path, or the one itself. Okay, good. So 1 represents, if you like, the initiation. The sun itself is represented by the 1 because this whole is 1. Everything else comes from it. Check out my video on how the 1 became many. Leadership and divine will. That's what the 1 represents. N is the 14th letter. Yeah. 1 plus 4, 5. And that represents what? Change, chaos, a bridge between worlds. Yeah. The thing is telling you what it is. Cool. So the N represents transformation, adaptability, and the necessity of growth through struggle. Go and check it out. What I'm telling you is facts. So S plus N. Are you ready for this? S plus N is 19 plus 14. Question. At what age did Jesus Christ die, please? Okay. S plus N is 19 plus 14, which is 33. What a coincidence. I know, bro. 33 is a master number of enlightenment. Argue with yourself, okay? It's the master number of enlightenment and cosmic awareness itself, yeah? 30 is the highest number. Yeah? Okay. So in Gnosticism, and the occult, and even mysticism, let's look at the number 33. I just told you, Jesus Christ died at 33, which symbolizes his spiritual transcendence. Yeah? So if Jesus himself is a representation of the Son in physical form, dies at age 33, and the very thing that he represents, which I've showed you unequivocally, unfuckable, is there, has the number 33 encoded in it. Don't you think that, like, how is it possible for, like, bro, think. The same way I showed you about the Saturnian matrix and the code of the Q being embedded in the alphabet. UNESCO, 1 of 1. Nobody's ever told you this, bro. And I'm showing you this right now. Do you understand? Do you understand? Which means that the code is embedded there. The 33 is the embedded code, the highest number, the master number of enlightenment. It's right there. So there's no Jesus anywhere. All these people going to church and all this, bro, you're lost, bro. You are literally lost. Lost. You don't know what the fuck you're doing, bro. I'm telling you. And I'm saying this with absolute fucking clarity and compassion. You're lost. You're worshipping a phantom. It's not real. The energy that you're worshipping resides right inside of you. Anyway, let's look at our own physical bodies. Where does the Kundalini serpent, the S, rise, which rises through the spinal column, the N, yeah? How many bones does it have? Is it not 33? Does that also not talk about spiritual awakening and enlightenment? So, right off the bat, we have two fucking confirmations of the number 33. Right here, right now. One of one. Yeah? Full confirmation. The very pathway of Kundalini energy, which is associated with spiritual enlightenment and awakening, also confirms the sun's number of 33, which is embedded in the sun's name. Let's go to the occult. Let's talk about the Freemasons. Yeah? The people that quote unquote worship the sun, worship the devil. Fucking, you guys haven't got the foggiest idea what they're doing there. But anyway, we'll talk about Masons one time. But, they just know a lot of these things I'm telling you, but they just won't tell you because they don't see the point in telling people because they know that people are dumb. If you spoke to a Mason that's truly honest, they will tell you the truth. Like, they just don't think that people, because they know that it's an evolution, but they realize that many people are still stupid. So there's no point. So they just hold on to that information. They know what the sun is. They know what the sun is. They know what they are. Why do you think they use a checkerboard, bro? Why do you think they have the all-seeing eye of consciousness, which is the sun, on all their fucking regalia and everything? Why? And in that very same place, these people that possess this esoteric knowledge, yeah, what is the highest degree in their fucking organization? Is it not 33? Does that also symbolize spiritual enlightenment and awakening, reaching the pinnacle? What's the number? 33 once again? Embedded in the very sun name code? And 33 is once again is associated with the merging, yeah, of, the Star of David, yeah, the merging of the two triangles, as above, so below, yeah, the merging of the 3 and 3, forming a divine bridge through which consciousness can experience the physical realm, bro. Another 33. No one said this before. I'm telling you this now, bro. So S, the one, the source, the signal, the creation, begins the journey from top to bottom. N represents 5, change, adaptation, struggle, and it represents the necessary trials that you have to undergo to refine the signal through the 14 houses. You get it? Good. So together, 33, yeah, they form the path to full enlightenment, mastery, and transcendence. Look, in using those sorts of labels, yeah, but when I left this place, yeah, I regained memories of lives I've lived, yeah. Do you understand? In this simulation, I've been initiated into orders you can't even imagine, bro. I've read books you can't imagine, books that don't even exist anymore in this fucking dimension. All of them. By some fucking freak of accident, all came back to me, bro. I've walked in the halls, I've walked in the fucking palaces, I've been there. Do you understand? Jedi school is not a gimmick. It's a replica of something that's already existed, bro. Do you understand? And most of the students here, you're not students, bro. You're not neophytes. Most of you are adepts. Most of you are actually masters. Yeah? But in this form, you have forgotten. One day, bro. Anyway, let me show you even more connections with the S and N. In biological systems, yeah, the human biology, and also cosmic systems, yeah, celestial systems. Let's look at the DNA structure. The double helix is an S curve. True or false? Okay, good. And is stabilized by nodes or nodal points, which is the N in its structure. True or false? Is DNA not unique to you? It is, right? In the same way, your sun configuration, i.e. the sun going through, shining its light through the houses, yeah, and you crystallizing into form with its modifiers, right? Is you're unique, right? We can agree that. And your DNA is also unique, but your DNA has the very same structure as the S and N, the waveform. Don't you see how the crystallization into form in the 3D sense reveals your true nature as the very energy that's hanging in the sky? Let's look at neural pathways, bro. So the brain itself processes reality by filtering out noise and extracting clear signals, right? Again, signal to noise ratio, S and N. Okay. Duality. So even in Hermeticism, we have the concept of let's call it the balance of flow and structure. Yeah. So flow is S. The letter S itself appears to look like a flow. It's flowing. It's not rigid. Yeah. And the letter N is structure. It is rigid. I'm talking semiotics here. Those of you that know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay. So flow and structure is the key to unlocking reality itself. You have to flow when you have to flow. You have to be rigid when you have to be rigid, because you are formless. You are like water, bro. So in summary, electromagnetism, consciousness, and information systems all obey the S and N principle. Signal to noise, north and south principles. It's a fact. If you like, go and carry a whole university and bring them here. Nobody can tell me shit, bro. Facts. Numerology also reveals that the S and N form the path to enlightenment. 33. Go and bring whoever you like. Bring fucking cathedrals of people. Nobody can tell me shit. Fact. Everything from DNA to AI to the universe, yeah, your microcosm itself follows S and N, signal to noise laws, or north to south laws, period. So the key to mastering reality itself means amplifying the signal, truth, knowledge, yeah, and minimizing the noise, yeah, prioritizing spirit over matter, yeah. So all these fucking assholes that are telling you that they are telling you about spirituality, but yet they're talking about matter-based crap, yeah, they are shitting in your faces and you don't even see what's going on. How can you be talking about spiritual concepts, but you are focused on money? You're focused on things. You're focused on, oh, let's go manifest our fucking stupid shit, bro. Like, oh, man, honestly, guys. And the thing is, it's sad because most people that are doing this spiritual thing, they haven't actually tasted money before. They don't know what it is. That's why because they're still in ego. Yeah. Because if you really lived the life, bro, you've really been in there, you will see that it's actually, it's meaningless, bro. It's meaninless. There's far more to be gained, yeah, by expansion of awareness. Yeah? Bro, Jedi school, yeah, bro, we are the whole world, no, bro, this is facts, bro. Our impact is worldwide, bro. I'm telling you. Bro, a whole machine, the whole fucking algorithm is fucking against us, bro. That should tell you what the level we're playing at, bro. And we're just spitting bars. We're not even doing personality politics. Imagine when we actually get into personality politics, bro. The game will break. Do you understand? High level shit. Anyway, fuck 'em. Let's carry on. So we've done S and N. I'm going to also go a little bit further. We're going to